hey everybody, how you doing? It's your host Joel Hawkins with another Mix It Up podcast here with my co-host.
It's Joel.
I'm on the left. I'm on the left.
Up there, it's the right. I don't know where I'm at.
Today,
I'm on the screen.
Today we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna be doing Augusti AMYGDALA, which I don't know if that's how that's spelled.
Why would you know how
It's a medical term.
Oh, okay.
It's a part of your brain.
Okay.
Which go Augusti
So that means
Suga.
all of
I'm
his-
so used to calling him Suga. It's so difficult.
His videos have all had different meanings. Remember the last one was like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like the two strings, the instrument with the two strings.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure we got that completely wrong because they literally started saying in the comments, like going into detail, and I was like, crap, I gotta take a day off so I can read this thing. Like it was a lot of stuff. So yeah, he's more. I'm not gonna talk about the hip hop line. I'm just talking about BTS in general and things like that. But Augusti is more. He's a little darker, more aggressive, but he's no, it's not really true. Like he's like 5% more cerebral with his lyrics and writing and his, what he creates and everything. It's also more action movie-ish. Like he really does like doing that stuff. That's awesome. But yeah, amygdala is a part of your brain. I'm trying to remember which part, it'd be funny if it was memory.
Yeah, there's a part that doesn't work well on you.
Yeah. I got my amygdala, damn it. No. Medulla oblongata. Like, is that what you were about to say too?
What's wrong with your medulla oblongata?
He's so ornery because he has too much teeth. Too many teeth, no toothbrush. Oh, Adam Sandler, you're such a dork. I used to love that movie. That movie was funny. No, Colonel Sanders, no, you're wrong. Mama right. I used to love that movie. I don't know, it's Waterboy, just in case you don't know.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's super funny. It's so stupid, but I love it all the same. So today we're going to be doing Augusti AMYGDALA. So we're going to be checking that out. That better be what that means. But I don't know. It's spelled like it sounds. Okay, whatever.
We'll find out.
We're just going to check it out. The official music video for Augusti AMYGDALA. I'm excited. Are you? Yes, you. Dope already.
I love black.
That's a good opening. Musically.
I don't know your name. I don't know your name. I don't know your name. 요즘 기분은 어때?
Dude, they both wore helmets like
I
that.
don't know your name, your name, your name. 기억들로 여행 지우고픈 일들 요즘 기분은 어때? 1993 내가 태어난다 엄마 심장에 수술 별의별 일이 많았지 뭐가 이리 다 살아난지 기억조차 안 나는 기억도 다 꺼내보자고 하나씩 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 원치 않던 애들 내 통제밖에
That's from the next video. The last video we watched.
참 별의별일이 많았지 길가에 너무 심장치게 소리 전하지 못했던 내 사고 소식과 스케줄 중에 걸려 온전한 아버지의 간암 소식 최선의 선택들이 맞아섰길 그 또한 모두 지나가 버렸길 그래서 이 수많은 고통은 날 위한 것일까 끊임없는 시련은 날 죽이지 못하고 다시 끝나는 연꽃이 피워내 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 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 원치 않던 일들 원치 않던 일들 내 통제밖에 일들 통제밖에 일들 자취만 하자 한들 그래 한들 그래 한들 I don't know 기억들로 My AMYGDALA, my AMYGDALA 어서 나를 구해줘, 어서 나를 구해줘 My AMYGDALA, my AMYGDALA 어서 나를 꺼내줘, 어서 나를 꺼내줘 My AMYGDALA, my AMYGDALA My AMYGDALA, my AMYGDALA 이곳 어서 구해줘 어서 빨리 꺼내줘
Holy crap. Okay, so Haegum, the guy who ends up getting, spoilers, guy who ends up getting shot at the end, had the scar. So, obviously this came out before, no, they came out around the same time. Haegum just had way higher views. Wonder which one came out before each other. They just say 3 months ago for both of them. I'm assuming that AMYGDALA either came out after, it would have had to have come out before for it to make sense, kind of.
No, because he said it was his memories. Maybe Haegum came out first.
Yeah, okay. So the thief then became the boss in Haegum, but the AMYGDALA, okay, this is pretty, this is a frickin' stretch. This is a stretch. This is one way you could unpack it.
Okay, here we go.
They say when you have brain trauma that you could be forced into kind of a hallucinatory state. And what if, because he's talking about like his memories of his family and how his mother was taken and his father was taken and it made him stronger and this and like, which by the way, if that's true, no, I told you, Suga is going to end up being a heavy metal in some way, like new metal, or he's going to be a front man to his own band or something. I know he's eventually going to tap on that. But if that's true, then he's been through something. That's why it comes more naturally to him to have a darker edge.
Yeah.
But they say is that if you have brain trauma, is that the amount of things that you experience. So what if when that bullet killed him in Haegum, what if it killed, oh wow, this is a little too deep. I don't think it makes sense. I think I'm going a little too deep on it. But what if whenever he was being hit with the bullet and trauma started happening, what if AMYGDALA was the video playing in his brain? That's why he's running to try and save his AMYGDALA, his brain, his other part is somehow
towards the end where he's running to try to get through the door.
Like he's living his life normally and all of a sudden car wrecks start happening, all kinds of shit. So he runs home to try and save his own self, who's essentially his AMYGDALA is dying.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, it's a stretch. It's a stretch,
but I can see it.
It's a stretch. Or maybe.
Let's scratch all that and now this one.
Or maybe AMYGDALA is what we see in Haegum is essentially the continuation of AMYGDALA. What if Oh, no, never mind. That doesn't make sense. I was going to say that what if the characters of the thief is him, and then the one who's in the black room is the mob boss? Maybe they lost touch and that was the ending to that. That's a more simplified stretch, but no, I don't know. I'm trying to make connections between these music videos.
Mainly because they're both on the screen.
Yeah, that's why. That's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. Because they're right there and I keep thinking of it over and over and over.
The cut.
The cut in the scar.
So there is something between the two.
So maybe it's a Black Halo type thing. Darker half, lighter half. I wouldn't say that in Hegem because, master thief to mob boss is not that big of a stretch, but maybe an Amygdala.
I'd have to see what Amygdala. But I mean, last time you said we looked it up, we were completely wrong. So let's just be wrong again.
What was I wrong about?
When we looked up, it was the one with the, I'm going to say it's a guitar with 2 strings. That's not what it is, but.
No, a violin with 2 strings. It's just a South Korean violin. Well, I guess just a violin, a certain type. I don't remember what it was called now. Oh, well.
Roughly almond-shaped mass of gray matter inside each cerebral hemisphere involved with the experiencing of emotions.
So he's killing his emotions. That's what it is. He's dying inside because he lost his mother and his father. And he's just living his normal life and people expect him to be totally fine. That's a prime example of a true thing that happens in reality.
So it governs emotional responses, emotional memory, and decision making.
Yeah. Okay. I went a little too weird with it, but no, it makes perfect sense. I couldn't remember if amygdala was. I knew it was part of the decision-making process, but I couldn't remember if it was emotional state or not. Because there's left brain, right brain.
And also said that triggers a person's fight or flight response.
Which would also make sense why he cut his own face with a razor, because his fight and flight is basically broke. No, okay.
And then the car wreck. And remember you said he got the call, so rushing home to try to get to... Okay.
Okay, man. It makes more sense. I'm glad you said something about the amygdala because I knew it was a part of the brain. I just didn't remember what part it was.
We'll probably still be wrong, but for now, we're right. For right now.
Anyways, but we enjoy going through these videos with you guys. It's pretty awesome. I think we'll do another Suga because I saw we got one more we need to check out, and then we're gonna do some other things. Look,
sounds disgusting.
Well, I mean, you say it anyways. I have sweaty palms. Anyway, you're gonna say it. It's gonna sound weird.
You made it sound much horrible.
I have sweaty palms.
I mean, they're not like dripping with sweat. It's not drenched.
That would be really weird if someone had that. Like if that was your like superpower. It'd be like, hey, how you doing? Hold on. And as he just touches, his whole entire shirt gets soaked and the water starts going out. You know where you see cloth absorb water? And he's just like, hold on. That didn't work. I don't know why I keep doing that. It doesn't do anything.
What would be the super power in all that?
Well, if he had that kind of slickness, he could just slide across concrete wherever he went. Keep cool at all times.
So he's like kind of fast as well.
It's too hot. It's really gross. Can you just give me a high five on my face? Like
he walks on his hands so he can slide around or something.
Yeah, he lives in places with a lot of hills. That's a weird conversation we got off on. That's a rabbit trail that's odd.
That's a stupid superhero power.
It's a stupid superhero power. Dude, that's perfect. Okay, we're going to do a video. You guys tell us in the comments if you think it's a good idea. Literally, the only people watching right now are like probably 10 people. Because at the end of the videos, you guys already heard me say better health, better wealth. You probably shut it off. Who knows? But would you want us to go through and each take 5 and say what we think the 5 stupidest superpowers would be? I think that would be a fun video to do.
Well, this one is automatically one of them. So I guess
we can't do that. We got to come up with other creative ones.
5 more that are just equally
5 more for you,
stupid.
5 more for me. Equally as stupid, if not dumber. If not dumber.
Okay.
And it can't be something that you've seen somewhere else. Like, you can't be like, oh, Family Guy, Meg, my superpower is I grow my fingernails long. Like, you can't do that. But, and don't come up with something. Be creative with it. You know? You guys think you want to see that? You think it'd be funny? We're already going to be doing...
like as you say that, you see the analytics.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness, that sudden scoop just dropped right to 0. Everyone left right when you said it, Joel. You're dumb. But yeah, just I don't know. You guys have a good day. Better health, better wealth. That's what I always say. We'll talk to you later.
This month.
Hey, all month.